Welcome back to another episode of Reality Check, your weekly deep dive into the X Factor and The Voice.
The atmosphere is crazy in here.
I don't know who's on the other end of Skype.
Chloe, who is it?
I don't know who's in here.
Who is it?
Dark 10, I'll tell
Dark
you
10,
that.
I don't know who's in here.
Oh, Melinda Doolittle, that's you. What a surprise.
I know.
All right, let's talk about how the season ended.
Tate Stevens!
Slightly ironic because I'm not sure he has the X Factor. He's a really great guy.
Yeah.
And a good singer who kind of does the same performance every week.
He's a cutie, got those dimples. He has grown on me this season. I will give him that. If we're just looking at this week, I do believe that Fifth Harmony actually won the finale.
They may not have won the war, but they certainly won the battle of the finale.
Oh yeah, they came out fighting and they did an amazing job. I loved it. I finally saw them as a group. I was like, this can work. I would actually probably buy something. And they should add Demi to their group.
Tate's finale set was just sort of, it was like a B+ all the way across. And I feel like the whole season, nothing really changed. We didn't see that much difference between him then and now. I think Tate's crying helped.
I can't thank him enough. That's very cool.
Watching him get choked up every time he talked about his family or his wife, it was like, there's just something sweet and genuine about him. And I love that Khloe Kardashian could never understand why he's crying.
Why are you so emotional?
Tate, why are you crying? Like, what's that emotion? In her real life, which is always followed with a camera, she doesn't cry unless a producer tells her, like, you're having a fight with your sister today, so you should leave the room in tears.
Somebody told her, make sure you get what the contestants are feeling. And her only way to do that is to be like, how does that make you feel?
How does it make you feel?
Really, like there's no other way that you can ask that.
How do you feel?
None whatsoever.
How are you feeling?
She just kind of confuses me at this point.
How are you guys feeling?
So Carly Rose, how did Carly Rose lose? I feel like the whole season was about Carly Rose winning, and then at the end, it wasn't. And I almost want to blame LeAnn Rimes. I feel like LeAnn Rimes came in, she was hired by the assassination group, she was, I was trying to say she was hired by the Association of Country Music, but maybe the assassination of country music is more accurate.
Okay, couple things. I heard that she was sick, so maybe her it looked to me like her voice wasn't really working right, so she was trying really hard to get notes out. It almost sounded like she may have damaged some of her voice at some point, because it was a rough one. Did you see where Carly looked at LeAnn almost like, what the heck are you doing? And then somebody off stage was like, no, you're supposed to smile, because she was like, oh.
That was one of the most fun moments I've had on the stage.
You know she was thinking like, Jesus Christ, you just cost me $5 million. You know, but she's too professional and poised to say it. Had that been Beatrice Miller, she would have dropped an F-bomb, for sure.
Beatrice would have been like, you suck, and walked to the other side of the stage.
Things I don't want to see. Khloe Kardashian in a rubber dress. Woo! Mario Lopez in his undies putting the star on the Christmas tree, and Carly Rose in leather pants.
Can we quickly touch on the Fifth Harmony Let It Be?
Yes.
Where she was like, let it be, 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 let it be.
I dug that. How did you feel about Camilla's little scat?
Yeah, nope, didn't like that. I'm sorry. I can't even be nice.
Didn't like it. You're like Britney. Didn't like it. Don't get it.
Sorry, I just don't get it.
I love Camilla, but right then I was like, oh, no, we can't have that. Not on this song.
Long story short, a disappointing season, I think, and it sort of all came together in the finale where we didn't see Lyric 145, we didn't see Beatrice Miller, didn't see Sister C, didn't see Janelle Garcia.
I was so confused because I was like, okay, I'm going to sit here and watch this 2 hours, and I'm going to see all the people that got voted off that I didn't want to get voted off, you know? And then I was even prepared to sit through Cece doing something or whatever was going to happen.
Ridiculous, exactly. Like, I would have almost appreciated Cece coming in on the back of a Pegasus.
And nothing.
Only 7 performances in the course of 2 hours. The Voice managed to fit 13 into their 2-hour finale. So
thank you, The Voice.
That says it all. What would you change about X Factor in season 3? And I know you want to change everything, but if you could just change one thing.
I think that what I would do is let the contestants actually have a trajectory. Have them start off without all the dancers and all the craziness. Have them grow to that. That's all I ask, X Factor. And then while you're at it, change everything else.
You have to get rid of everybody on the panel. Probably even Simon at this point.
Simon Cowell!
You definitely have to get rid of the hosts. They've got to go. But for me, if I could change one thing, I would say find drama from a real place. Like, put the reality back in reality television. I don't need to see Normani and Aaron pretend that they're having a relationship with a scene that's set up by the pool table. That is not interesting. It is not real. It doesn't add anything to anything. Yeah. Show these people picking out their songs. Show them working with their mentors. If that means you have to hire mentors that actually show up for more than 5 minutes a week, then do that. I don't know, you've been on one of these shows, Melinda. Is there drama in figuring out what you're gonna wear, what you're gonna sing, how it's gonna be arranged? There has to be, right?
Oh, yeah. There's always drama in, the biggest thing for us was like cutting down the song to fit into a minute or a minute and a half or something like that. There was drama in that, drama in trying to learn it so quickly in the midst of everything else that's going on. Use the coaches that are there in spite of the mentors being there or not being there. You know, use everybody that you have. They're not going to do it.
That would work because nobody else on television is doing it. But I just think they're too lazy and cynical.
Well, today I have worn my free t-shirt because we are now free from the X Factor until next season.
All right, Melinda, let's switch gears to This Is the Voice. Very undramatic finale.
Cassadee Park!
But really enjoyable.
Very, very enjoyable, actually. Like, I mean, I was with them the entire 2 hours. I didn't get bored. I was happy to watch. I loved it.
Yeah, and everybody got a moment. Everybody from the top 20 was on the stage at some point.
The Voice has actually won me over this season because I am enjoying the process. I enjoy the judges for the most part, you know. I mean, sometimes I feel like they're not actually judging, but that's okay.
Right.
Like, I'm actually enjoying it. And out of the top 3, I feel like the right person won.
They say I'll be okay.
Yay, Cassadee, because you came into the finale fighting like a champ, and I'm okay with that.
To me, she came into the finale performing like winning was crucial to her. Like, finishing second or third wasn't gonna cut it. You know, Cry was not a flawless vocal by any stretch.
Just one tear rolling down your cheek.
I interviewed her this week and she even said, like, lower register, that song is tough for her because it's so rangy. She said no matter where you move it, you're still, the high points are really tough and the low points are tough. But she sang it with passion and intensity. The setting was gorgeous, and when it came time for her voice to soar, it did.
I loved her in this finale, and my biggest thing was that for a minute there, I thought Blake was trying to turn her into a country artist, but I think country songs actually suit her really well. And if she could find maybe some country writers that can write her songs and she can just put her twist on it, I think she would be phenomenal. Like, I really like this girl. So go ahead, Cassadee.
You know, the only disappointment I had with the Voice finale is it felt like almost too much of a foregone conclusion that Cassadee would win. Ending with Play That Funky Music is not, and having a mini Cee-lo, it was cute and sort of fun, but you're not gonna win.
Nicholas and Terry, to me, for that fact, kind of just, they were like, I don't really care what place I come in. The fact that I made it to the finale is cool with me. And maybe that's how they felt. And that is okay with me. I don't think they had to win it necessarily to be able to do what they want to do. They just really want to keep singing, and I think they're not going to have a problem with that.
If you could change anything about The Voice for season 4, what would it be? You're like, can I have a second go at X Factor?
Right.
I'll tell you what mine is. I want them to take a few more risks. Adam Levine, his team took risks. We saw Melanie change arrangements, do funky things with Toxic, with Too Close, with Seven Nation Army.
Seven Nation Army couldn't hold me back.
We saw Amanda Brown shake up Someone Like You. We saw her perform Stars, which is a song nobody knew. I want to see just a little more of that. I feel like, especially Blake and Cee-lo, we're okay with their contestants doing the same thing week in and week out because it was working.
I'm totally with you on that. I'm still trying to think of what I would change, though. I don't know that there's too much I would change about it. Except, I mean, maybe just the excessive pimping of one contestant.
Yeah.
While I am so happy that Cassadee won out of the top 3, I feel like their excessive pimping of her from day one really made some other people fall out of, just kind of fall out of the running. And I don't think that was completely fair.
I'm with you 100% on that. Every single week they were like, oh my God, you've changed our lives forever. Even before she was changing our lives forever. I feel like she hit her stride maybe with 3 to 4 weeks left on the show, but you're right, it was excessive.
That was the only thing that really kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But then, like, by the end, I guess I didn't really care that much. I was glad she won. So maybe they have something going there, but I just wish they would have left room for other contestants to shine.
Hey, I'm Miranda Cosgrove, and you're watching ENTV.
Hi, I'm Kevin Williamson, and you're watching ENTV.
Hello, I am Jennifer Goodwin, and you are watching ENTV.